Is Boehner speaking right now? Let's hear some of his inspirational Scotch talk.
Illustrate. You know, I'm what you call a regular guy with a big job. I've got 11 brothers and sisters, and my dad.
We heard it already. We know you were poor.
I worked there growing up, mopping floors, waiting tables.
Oh, we heard it already. So what? So you're not mopping floors now.
I learned how to deal with every character who walked in the door. So let's say right now some guy walked into our bar full of guys looking for work.
See, not one word about the problems America's facing. The drunk is just rambling on about nothing.
Well, you know what we do? That's right, we throw him out. Think about this. A guy walked into our bar full of people paying more for health care, paying more for gas, paying more for everything, and this guy would say, well, we're better off than what we would have been. Well, you know what we do. We throw him out.
They don't even understand the joke.
Now,
that was a punchline.
Into our bar full of folks who couldn't tell you the last time they got a raise.
Someone told them, go with something you know, John. Let's see, bars. You're good on bars and drinks. All right, let's use bars. All right, John, here's the speech. It's about a bar you own. Let's work with the bar theme. Okay, guys, listen, write something from about bars. You can handle that. All right, John, you're in a big bar now. Talk about what it'd be like. Go ahead, John. You're on.
This guy ran a small business. Got involved in it while he was in school. Then, out of nowhere, his business partner died. They had just one customer. So he fought like hell through sleepless nights and close calls and everything, thank God. Paid their dues, proud of what they've managed to do. Now, if a guy walked into a bar and heard that story and he said, well, if you've got a business, you didn't build that. Well, you know what we do with him, don't you? We throw him out.
See, keep the bar theme going. See, it's got a certain rhythm to it.
By the way, that's
whatever you do, talk about the now. The hurricane's about to come in and hit New Orleans. You know what we'd do if we were God, and he was coming into our bar? We'd say to the hurricane, "Throw him out! Throw that hurricane out!"
Anyone who's built something from nothing, no guarantees.
You know, if I were alive when Hitler was invading Poland, well, you know what we would have done in our bar? We would have thrown him out.
He can't fix the economy because he doesn't know how it was built.
Now, let's say you own a bar and you feel a rumbling under your feet, and it's an earthquake under your feet in Pittsburgh. Well, what do? I'll tell you what you do. You get down on those floorboards and you yell through the floorboards, throw them out!
And electing a new president who does.
Yeah. And I say don't throw them out. Wait, do we throw them out or don't we? Let me check my cards. Are we throwing this one out or not? Oh, no, we're for him. No, we don't throw out the new president.
And he was fond of the old saying that when things are at their worst,
throw them out!
That's just the place and the time that the tide will turn. Well, delegates, this is that time, and this is that place.
Wow, this guy's a heck of an inspirational speaker. He's got a big future ahead of himself after his political career is over. I mean, he could run corporate retreats. Are you kidding me? Him at the Bohemian Club? What a hit he'd be. He'd give the speech on throw him out, and they'd be running naked through the woods with Prince Harry. I'll be right back. Savage.
I don't see any major changes in this platform from what we've had in the past. And
all right, so that's John Boehner's voice. And continuing on the bar throw him out theme, I would say this was one of the most tragic speeches I've ever heard in my life. It was shocking that John Boehner is up there. I don't know whether he's medicated or drunk or what. Or I think it was like a Dewey. I mean, this guy looks like he's on pills and booze to me. And this guy, Reince Priebus, who's up there now, Priebus, he looks like Mr. Bean. Where did they get this guy from? If ever you went to Central Casting to get, like, a guy who was unattractive, you'd find Reince Priebus, who's the head of some Isn't he the #1 guy in the Republican National Committee? Chairman, where did they get him from? Mr. Bean, a hybrid Republican. They couldn't find a more unattractive male if they looked for one. Somebody denuded of any maleness. is rinse priebus. You know, I used to say years ago that I didn't know the difference between the two parties. You know, it didn't matter, but there is a big difference. It's like the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats is like the difference between diet soda and Ipecac to me right now. I mean, I would rather have orange juice than either diet soda or Ipecac, frankly, but I'm not going to get it, so I'll take the diet soda, not the Ipecac. You know what I'm saying? Throw it out! All right, John, here's the thing, John. And look, John, this is the guys behind the doors, I'm imagining, who wrote the speech for him. They know he's not a good speech giver. He gets scared. He gets the flutters. You know, he's known to, like, hit the bottles. You know, all right, look, we got to do something he knows. What does he know? Let's talk about it. House, no. Being poor, well, we'll work it in. What theme? Bar. Okay, write a bar theme, people coming in the bar, any topic, and whatever, and throw it out. Okay, John, you got it? Yeah. Okay, now go up there. Go get it. So John Boehner gets up there. Now there's talk of global warming out there by the Democrats. Well, we don't look upon it that way. I say if the sun gets too close to the earth, just throw it out. Now they say that the non-documented American citizens coming in from Mexico, eating us out of house and home, are going to bankrupt us. I can't say throw them out because I was told not to. So I say bring them in. Bring them in. Bring in all those people from Mexico. That's the new Republican tent. Bring them in. Bring them in. Bring them in. Yeah, whatever the topic is now, John, remember you got to say throw them out, but certain topics you can't say throw them out, John. For example, bailouts. Now, bailouts are bad. You know that's not the Republican way. I say if a business fails, why, let it fail. But no, you can't do that under Obama. Obama gives everybody money, and that, as you well know, is not the free market. I say there's only one way to approach a business that's failing, and that's throw it out! And go on the government dole, John, is that it? So Mr. Bean is up there now. He's really emotionally emoting. Oh, there's 3 women clapping I could see in the back. He said something that excited 3 women over 400 pounds each in the back of the Republican National Convention. This is unbelievable. I mean, this could almost turn me into another political animal. If I watch another day of this, I don't know what might happen. I don't know what might happen. I may go cut sugarcane in Cuba if this keeps up. I may have to go to Cuba and cut sugarcane with the compaseros. I can't take another minute of this. If you talk about stereotypical, boring Republicans who are so out of touch with reality, you couldn't have done a better job than this so far. Period. End of story. That's my criticism.
Saturday.